So I do have a question. I see you brought a book. I see Lyani is the correct pronunciation of it. And I would really like you to expound about it, 'cause I saw it and it really caught my attention. So just let us know anything and everything about Lyani.
Okay, so when I wrote the kindergarten book, which is the little green one on the other side, I had to put examples in there because the principal said to me, I need examples. So if I had to have kindergartners respond to stories, I had to create a story to put in there. So because the principal who was interviewing me or asking the request was from the Virgin Islands, St. Thomas, I decided one of the things that students need is cultural literature. So we have kids living in the Virgin Islands and they're reading about apple trees. We do not have apple trees in the Virgin Islands. So I decided, why not put the kenep tree? And why not put the mango? And why not put the flamboyant? And at the same time, we have the iguana in there, which is like prominent, even if it's not native to the Virgin Islands. It is the animal that every child knows. So I decided, okay, let's have Lyani tell the story of, resilience, being friendly, doing social emotional. And one of the things we want to tell kids or teach kids is to be able to be fair, be kind. And one of the things Lyani does is on her crew is before they speak, before they respond, they have to ask the question, is it kind? Is it fair? How would I feel if it's said to me? So they have to think those things before they actually tell it to their friends. And so I used Lyani because of that particular situation. Then when I read the first one in 2018, those who read it, my sisters and their kids and all the other friends, they started asking, what is going to happen to Lyani next? Is she going to ever meet back her friends? And so I realized, well, hey, you cannot stop. So that's why I ended up writing this year, The Incredible Beginning. So in the first one, Lyani starts as 12 years old. She's a teenager already, preteen. But then I had to go back to when she was born. So I make her peculiar. And again, in there, I made sure that I included things like community, what are the values? So there's a lot about friendship, there's a lot about family values, there are a lot of issues about deforestation as well, or development. When we develop new areas, how does it affect animals? How do we deal with children in hospitals or parents who reads to them? How do we relate to those? So I have these kids in that one doing all of those things. Of course, I can't tell you everything. You'd have to buy the copy to find out. But Lyani pretty much came through because I was writing for a particular setting, and I also wanted to make sure that all of the things that affect students, I wanted to include it in there, like the social emotional, like learning about a different culture, like learning about migration. And so we have all of that because the iguana came from south, like in Brazil and those places. So I had to put all of that in there so that students could actually learn more about another culture, and of course about the kenep tree rather than just the apple tree that we do not have in the Virgin Islands or in the Caribbean at all.
Well, that's exciting because I'm going to read it, and then I need just a whole book of just straight examples. I just need pictures and words because that's how my brain works. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And yeah, can you actually, okay.
So yes, we do have some pictures in here. Maybe not, a lot, but we have, like, for example, this one here, you have this sick iguana, and Lyani is actually going, well, the sisters are going to help, so it's just to keep, help kids understand that we want to be supportive. So somebody goes to the hospital, they're still people. You need to be able to go in and, support them, whether it's to read to them and so one of the characters in there, she's going to the hospital to read to the blind ones, the blind iguana. She's reading to them to let them know what's going on around and stuff like that. So it's just the whole idea of getting kids to connect with people that may not be able to function in society like everybody else.
Well, I'm excited because I'm going to read it, and I'm going to give it a rating of a 10 out of 10 because I'm already excited. But can you let our fans and your viewers and our viewers know where they can get your books and where they can follow you if you have any kind of social media?
Yes, I do. Actually, I'm just getting used to Facebook. Shame on me, but it's the truth. So my Facebook page is facebook.com/writewithdrwatts. And they can find my page. It's called Writing to Meet Needs. I have Twitter, which is buddingwriters.com, BUDDIN, no G, buddingwriters.com. My website is also buddingwriters.com. And what else do I have? Instagram is kind of long. It's Martha for Cultural Literature. I did not know what was happening at the time. So I'll change that eventually. But because of my whole idea of cultural literature mean that kids usually live in a setting and they don't read about their settings, in books. They don't read about anything that they see in books. And so for me, that's a passion. I came from the Caribbean and I really want to see Caribbean settings in books. And that's why I am really passionate about cultural lit.
Well, I'm excited. Because I love education, and I love passion, and I love educational passion. Remember guys, bUneke is a non-profit, 100% volunteer-run organization. Your donations help us continue to bring you more amazing videos just like this. So until next time guys, signing off.